Hello, everyone. My name is Adam, and today I'm going to share something very close to my heart. How I learned English in just 3 months. I know it sounds impossible to some people, but trust me, if I can do it, you can too. Stay with me till the end, because I'll share the exact steps I followed, the mistakes I made, and the tools that helped me most. This is not just a story. It's a journey that changed my life, and I hope it can change yours too. This video is not about shortcuts or magic. It's about hard work, smart strategies, and a lot of passion. If you're someone who wants to improve your English for school, work, travel, or just personal satisfaction, this is for you. Let me be your friend and guide. I promise I will be honest, practical, and real with you, because I've been in your shoes. I know the struggle, and today I want to help. Why I wanted to learn English. Let me take you back a few months. I was struggling. I couldn't speak fluent English. I felt shy, nervous, and sometimes even embarrassed in front of others. People ignored me or laughed when I tried to speak. But deep inside, I had a dream. I wanted to speak confidently. I wanted to talk with foreigners, watch English movies without subtitles, and get a better job. English wasn't just a language to me. It was a key to a better life. That's where my journey began. I grew up in a non-English speaking country where English was only taught in school textbooks. Speaking in English was not common, but I knew that if I wanted to grow personally and professionally, I had to learn this global language. I used to watch successful people giving interviews in English, and I admired them. I thought to myself, one day I want to speak like that. I want people to listen when I talk. I remember one day I was in a local market and a tourist asked me for directions. I wanted to help, but I couldn't speak properly. I mumbled and pointed. The tourist walked away looking confused. That moment stayed with me. I wanted to be helpful. I wanted to represent my country and culture with confidence. I felt so small that day, but I also felt motivated. So what pushed me? My motivation came from failure and rejection. I once applied for a job that required basic English. During the interview, I couldn't answer simple questions like, "Tell me about yourself," or "What are your hobbies?" I froze. I went blank. I walked out of that interview room with tears in my eyes. That was the moment I told myself, enough is enough. I will never feel this way again. I made a promise to myself that day. I said, no matter what it takes, I will learn English. I will face my fears. I will stop feeling like a failure. That emotional pain gave birth to a new version of me, someone ready to change. And once I made that decision, everything started falling into place. My 3-month plan. But the problem is I didn't know where to start. There were too many apps, too many websites, and too many opinions. I wasted a few days trying to find the perfect method. But I realized that starting is more important than planning. So I made a simple 3-month plan. I broke down my journey into small daily tasks. Month 1. Build the base. I started with the basics. Every day I learned 10 new words. I used them in my daily life. For example, if I learned the word beautiful, I would say, today is a beautiful day, or you have a beautiful smile. I focused on grammar basics, tenses, sentence structures, and common phrases. I watched English cartoons and children's shows. Why? Because they speak slowly and clearly. I also started reading small English storybooks. Stories helped me remember vocabulary better than lists. I used a notebook to write everything. I created my own sentences. This practice was fun and powerful. Here are some beginner-level books I read: The Little Prince, Charlotte's Web, and Simple Graded Readers. Mini grammar tip. Start with present simple and past simple tenses. These two are the most common and easiest to use in daily conversation. Example: I eat breakfast at 8. She went to school yesterday. Month 2, Listening and Speaking Practice. I knew I had to improve my listening and speaking skills, so I changed my routine. I listened to English podcasts while walking. I paused and repeated after the speakers. This technique is called shadowing. It helped me with pronunciation, rhythm, and accent. I also recorded myself speaking. At first, it felt weird and uncomfortable, but later, I compared my recordings and noticed improvement. I joined language exchange apps like Hello Talk and Tandem. Talking with native speakers or learners gave me real-world experience. I made mistakes, but I kept trying. I practiced English with my mirror. Every morning and night, I stood in front of the mirror and talked to myself in English. I asked, "How was your day? What will you do tomorrow?" It felt silly at first, but it worked. I was building confidence. Mini listening tip. Choose one podcast episode or YouTube video. Listen to it 3 times. First, just listen. Second, write down what you understand. Third, repeat the sentences out loud. This method improved my listening and pronunciation fast. Month 3, Full Immersion. This was the most important month. I decided to live in English 24/7. I changed my phone language. I used English on social media. I wrote my journal in English every day. I talked to myself in English, in the mirror, while walking, even while eating. I avoided my native language as much as possible. I watched interviews, documentaries, and movies in English. I read articles, blogs, and news. I practiced English during every free minute. I even started dreaming in English. That's when I realized I was thinking in English, not just translating in my mind. I joined Facebook groups where people shared English practice tips. I made a few online friends and we spoke every weekend on Zoom. These conversations were the highlight of my week. They pushed me outside my comfort zone. Mini vocabulary tip. Use the word of the day strategy. Every day, learn one powerful new word. Example, incredible. Use it in 3 sentences. This movie is incredible. She did an incredible job. That was an incredible experience. Tips that changed my life. Tip number 1. Don't focus on perfection. Focus on progress. I used to wait until I could speak perfect English before opening my mouth. Big mistake. Start talking from day 1. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Without mistakes, there is no progress. Tip number 2. Practice every day. Even 15 minutes helps. You don't need 5 hours every day. Just 15-30 minutes of real practice is enough if you are consistent. I never missed a single day. Even when I was tired or sick, I listened to one short English story. Tip number 3. Speak out loud. Reading silently is not enough. You have to train your mouth to speak English. I read stories, quotes, news, anything I could find out loud. My mouth and brain started working together. Tip number 4. Use what you learn. Learning vocabulary without using it is useless. If I learned a new word, I used it immediately in conversation, in writing, or in thoughts. Learning without application is like buying gym equipment and never exercising. Tip number 5. Surround yourself with English. I followed English pages on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I joined English-speaking groups. I subscribed to English newsletters. I made English part of my lifestyle, not just a subject. The results. After 3 months, my life changed. I could finally express myself in English. I wasn't perfect, but I was confident. I could hold a conversation. I could explain my thoughts. I even started helping others who were just starting. English gave me a new voice, and that voice gave me new power. I applied again to a job that required English. This time, I didn't freeze. I answered questions with confidence. I smiled. I connected. And guess what? I got the job. My hard work paid off. So if you're watching this, feeling stuck or shy, please remember, I was just like you. No money for expensive courses, no foreign friends, just a dream. But with dedication, daily practice, and a little bit of courage, I made it. And so can you. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start today. Speak today. Make mistakes today. Because the only way to reach fluency is to walk through the fear, one word at a time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share your own English journey in the comments. I'd love to hear your story too. Thank you for watching, and remember, you can do this.